Keith, long time no see.
Been too long.
I know, man. How are you?
Good. You just showed up perfect timing. I just poured myself one, and I have some just enough for you.
Ooh, I like that.
It's just a little twist on a Mai Tai cocktail with
Okay.
rum. Sailor Jerry.
Wait. Rum?
Yeah.
You don't drink rum.
I never drink rum.
You are the original sailor.
I don't know what you're talking about. I do remember them coming in for the first time. We were the first bar, well, the bar I worked at. But we were, I believe, and I'm almost positive, first bar to carry sailor to a room in Orange County.
Is this Johnny's Saloon you speak of?
Could be.
The best bar, I think, ever?
It's a pretty good damn bar.
Top 5 bars named Johnny's Saloon in Huntington Beach, probably.
Could be.
Okay.
Top 5.
We'll leave it at that. Cheers,
Cheers.
man.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good to see you, dude.
I almost drank without cheersing you, and I apologize.
Yeah, I would have called you out. How was it? Don't lie.
It's
Cause,
like...
Because you know me. If it's not right or you don't like it, I'll make you something else. And
It's
if you're
like-
not happy, I'm not happy.
It's like a party in my mouth, and everyone's invited.
Oh, the best kind.
Not in a weird way. Not in a weird way.
Never in a weird way.
Not in a, like a weird way.
Never in a weird way.
So what's new? How's life?
Life's good. Life is. I'm breathing. I wake up. That's a good day.
Okay. Nice. I like it.
Can't go wrong with that.
Let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it. What do you want?
How long have you been behind a stick?
I want to say 16 years, but my concept of time is freaking horrible. But about 16 years I've been doing this.
Okay. How long is that in skate years?
Oh, jeez. I can't do math right now.
Have you already been drinking?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm old. We all know that. But I have a way of going around saying I'm old. In punk rock skateboard years, my age is 116.
116. Perfect. That's a nice round
Yeah.
number. I like
So,
that.
obviously I wouldn't be as old for slinging booze, but it's still up there.
Okay. Why did you become a bartender?
It actually just happened by accident,
Okay.
to be the truth. Obviously everyone loves to drink, especially when they've had a hard day. No, nobody does that. Just so happened I was a patron, and
At Johnny's, I'm
yes,
assuming. Yeah.
and
16 long years ago.
16 long years ago, and I was just so happened to be drinking with Johnny, and we'd had a few, and he had mentioned, he's like, dude, I would love to get you behind the bar, because I think you'd be great at it. And I'm like, I've been drinking, I'm drunk, like, I don't know, no idea how to bartend. Yeah, okay, whatever. So I thought it was a joke. Week or two goes by, subject comes up again. And I'm like, screw it. Yeah, okay, I'll do it. Johnny goes, cool, you start tomorrow. 16 years later.
I hate every minute of it.
No, actually, I'm like, no. It actually is, it's a great time. Like, I mean, yeah, there's those spots and those times where it's rough and you have to adult babysit. But the bottom line is, it's still a great time, and it's still
Fuck this plane, huh?
yeah, it's still fun. It's still a fun time. It's enjoyable, even with the hooligans you got to deal with on a nightly basis. Bottom line,
That comes with the dive bar, though.
well, that comes with anything. Like, come on.
Anytime you mix alcohol.
I've worked at other bars that are supposedly higher level, higher class, yeah, and you still get them no matter where you go. I don't care where you go. You're gonna run into those customers. It happens.
I work 5-star. Trust me, I
Yeah.
get my fair share of hooligans.
Oh yeah, we all do. So it is what it is. You take it, and yes, I get grumpy. I've been known to be called the grumpy bartender, but honestly, I'm really not grumpy.
I mean,
love
to be
what I
honest
do.
with you, You taught me everything I know about being behind the bar, and
I beg to differ.
You taught me everything behind the bar and literally in front of the bar.
Well,
And you were the least grumpy bartender I've ever met in my entire life.
it's all about that PMA.
I got that attitude.
And that's the thing. It's hard to keep. I struggle with it too, like everybody does. It's hard to keep it. You have those shifts, you have those times, and it's rough. But you just try to snap out of it. You try to check yourself and just go with it, because the bottom line is.
Stone Cold said so.
Well, I don't know about that. But
I'm sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
that's funny. That's awesome.
But
But honestly, the bottom line is you want everybody to have a great time, enjoy the experience, and you want to have a good time behind the bar, and you want to enjoy making them letting them have a good time. You know, that's the bottom line. It is what it is.
No, I mean, that's what literally the service industry is all about. It's not about you. It's about giving the perfect experience to the person. You don't know. What if he loves the bar that you work at and he wants to propose to his wife, right? Or to his girlfriend, whatever you want to call it. He brings her in, you're a fucking asshole.
It's going to ruin everything.
Ruins everything, and you had no idea. And you're there to be that guy.
Yeah.
You're there to make it awesome.
And that's the bottom line, and that's what we all want to do. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work that way, but it should always be a positive thing. And unfortunately, there are those times. And
We all get stressed.
yeah, and
We're all in the weeds from time
But
to
we
time.
don't. But at the same time, I know you and I know me. We don't want that experience to happen. We don't want to be that way. We care about what we do. We love what we do, and we want it to be a 100% great time all the time.
Absolutely. I'm stressed, you're stressed.
Yeah,
And that's just not what we want.
obviously, and we don't want our customers
No,
to fucking see that, because they shouldn't have to see it. That's
that's
they
the
should
definition of being a bartender.
booze slinger is what I like to say.
Oh, I apologize.
I'm just kidding.
Wait, to you. to booze slingers.
The booze
in
slingers.
general.
Yeah. Not a big fan of the word bartender or.
I was going to say you were a mixologist.
Oh, don't ever.
I'll make sure-
Don't
I'll make
ever
sure on the
say that
description-
word in front of me ever.
It'll be Keith, Monk, whatever the fuck you want to be called.
Yeah.
It'll be that with booze slinger, guy who pours
I don't know.
out.
When you use the term "I'm a mixologist," to me, all you sound like is "I'm an asshole."
I'm a mixologist.
I'm sorry. Every cocktail that you put out, I don't care if it's the biggest basic Jack and freaking Coke. It should be on point, perfect mixture every time. I don't like when people come. I don't like it, but I would never say or tell them like, what's your specialty? My specialty?
Pouring the perfect drink.
Every single cocktail. Because, bottom line, you're the one that has to drink it, and you should be happy. And it should be a perfect mixture. I don't care what you're drinking. Even if it's the basics, it should be on point, an enjoyable cocktail.
That's what when people walk up to me and they say, Kyle, what do you recommend? I was like, I don't know, whatever you like.
Exactly.
Because if you like it, that's the perfect cocktail. I don't care if it's a
I want you to enjoy it. And I'll give you an example.
Aperol
Prime example.
spritzes, perfect if you like them.
When I go out drinking and I'll go see a friend or whatever, it's like, okay, I've had this happen a million times. And as much as I appreciate it, still at the same time, it's like, okay, all alcohol. And it's like, okay, that's cool and all. Like, I'm glad you're trying to take care of me, but I can't even drink this. You know, like, I appreciate the offer, like, wow, you're really taking care of me, but I can't even
don't
drink
drink
this.
gasoline.
Like, I want to enjoy this, and I can't.
Oh, completely,
Yeah,
I get it.
and I get it to see at their level, at their side, like, oh, I want to hook you up with the game. It's not why I'm coming here. Like, I'm not expecting to get hooked
I
up.
came to see you.
But at the same time, it's like I want to enjoy this. Like, whoo, like, can I get some more mixtures? You know, I don't know.
I get it.
It should be on point every time. Enjoy your cocktail.
Because I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You put a 3-ounce shot of Sailor Jerry in my mouth, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. I don't care
Okay.
how many years in jail you've had. I don't care how many tattoos you have. I don't care how tough
Hell
you
no.
are.
I'm gonna
You
spit on
put
that bitch.
3 ounces of Sailor Jerry in my mouth, I'm gonna throw it.
I'm not gonna down it.
It's not gonna be fun.
I'm gonna sip on it.
But you know
Thank
what?
you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna take this over time.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome that you did that. But
Oh my god, I love alcohol.
Oh, you're so
just
welcome. Thank
magically
you.
appears.
I was just, thinking. Right
You're the
before-
bestest in the world. Thank you so
I have
much.
my little-
But also at the same time, it's
Gotta
like
love bar backs.
it's like with the whole surprise me thing.
Oh.
It's like I know it's our worst. Like, we all hate it. I know. Like it's the worst thing you can say to a bartender. Like we all hate it. I get that. But then, like, I will ignore that. Like, I won't be mean or upset. Like, I'll take it. Like, surprise me.
But give me something.
But what I'll tell them, I won't get it. Even as mad as I want to get, take a step back and we're like, well, work with me. What do you enjoy to drink? Give me a base. Get tequila, rum, whiskey, like
Something.
something. Like, give me something to work off. What do you enjoy drinking? Give me a base of alcohol, and then I'll go from there. I'll even take it a step further. Do you like sweet, not like sweet? Do you
Little
like
bitter.
fruity, not like fruity? Like, I'll give you options. Like, because I've been there. Like when I was a young kid.
Give me a shot of vodka.
Well, you know, I've been at that. Like, I don't know what I want to drink. Maybe it's kind of different nowadays. I don't know. Maybe it's the way I am. I'm not better than anybody. But when I wasn't ready and didn't know what I wanted to drink, when a bartender would come up to me and I didn't know, I would physically tell them, "Go to somebody else. I have no idea." Like,
It's
and
like
I didn't
being
even know.
surprised.
And I didn't even know bar etiquette then. I just looked at it as like, I don't want to waste your time because I have no fucking clue what I want.
Absolutely.
So don't waste your time on me. Go help somebody else while I think about it. And I'll try to think of something that you can pour
I
me.
get it.
You know? I don't know. To me, it's not rocket science. It's not it.
I mean,
it should
sometimes
be
it
should
is.
be common sense, but common sense isn't so common nowadays.
Sometimes it's rocket science, though.
I guess so.
Do you know how hard it is to add 1.5 ounces of Jack Daniels and
So hard.
the rest Coke? I don't know.
Is it hard?
It's so rough. It's hard.
It's
really
super hard.
Oh man. So I heard a rumor.
Oh geez, here we go. If you don't have photos or videos, it wasn't me.
Well, this
They're
was
just rumors.
before the MySpace days. So
Oh, that's
there's
a long-
probably no documentation. So
That's
feel free to
that's
be
a million
like,
years ago.
feel free to play Shaggy and say.
I would say what I used to call MySpace, but it will offend people, so I'll refrain.
Because we didn't.
Yeah,
This
we
is
don't want-
2019.
Get with the times.
Get with the times.
I'm trying, even though I'm old. Anyways,
So,
go.
I was told by very reliable sources. Is that proper? I don't think so. But either way,
Anyways.
I've been drinking.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard that you like to throw change at guests.
Okay, no. I don't like to throw change.
You got to give me something more.
Well,
than that.
I'm not just gonna throw change in a random guest face.
I was always told that change comes from within.
Well, I'm not just gonna do it without.
I'm sorry, I had to. That
So
was,
let me explain. I'm not just gonna randomly throw a 50-cent fucking tip in somebody's face. Obviously, what we do, we have to have patience, and we have a lot of patience, as you know. So the story goes.
Well, you do. I don't know about myself. Continue.
Yeah. So, years ago, this is when the recession first hit. All of us are struggling. All
Back
of us
in
are
the
trying to
long,
get
long
by.
ago.
And I was at Johnny's at the time, and me and Johnny used to do a night together, and we were like, well, what can we do? Things are slowing down. Obviously, everybody's hurting. Well, what can we do to give back? And Johnny,
Which is unheard of. By
yeah,
the way.
nobody does it.
I love
and
that.
you can call us retarded, whatever. We don't care. We appreciate our customers and we love what we do. So Johnny's like, dude, I'm gonna bring back an old thing that I used to do.
Back in
What
the
the-
days.
Back in the Hammer days, he goes, we're gonna do what the fuck, everything's a buck. What that includes is all calls,
I like that.
not top shelves. And by what I mean by all calls is we're talking good booze, Jameson, Sailor Jerry, like name brand stuff. Hence, what the fuck you call a buck? $1.
Wait. So I can walk up to you and say I would
I
like
wanted you.
Grey Goose and tonic.
No, Grey Goose was top shelf.
Oh, top shelf.
Top shelf. Top shelf wasn't included, but calls.
You would
You're,
think I'm a bartender too.
but calls, you're getting good stuff. Like, okay, you said Grey Goose.
Because I
Absolute.
drink vodka. Yeah.
Well, but Absolute Tito's wasn't available at the
That
time.
wasn't the time,
but
yeah.
but Absolute, like good
The good stuff.
like decent stuff, like good, more than decent stuff, but calls, like good quality
Good
booze.
stuff, yes.
We should be charging more than $1. But it was like a way to give back. So we're like, let's do that. All right, let's do it for 6 months. Okay, we'll do it for 6 months.
We all know how that works.
And we only word out for our regulars, our good customers, and it worked out great. And what we did with, forgive me, I'm letting the cat out of the bag, is what customers didn't know was we were personally giving our tips back to make up for the cost.
Oh, no way. That's
Like-
pretty awesome.
To make up for the cost.
I don't give my tips to anybody.
But well, the way we looked at it was too. Well, the way we looked at it was like, okay, you know what? Honestly, we'll probably make more tips because people will know. Common sense would say, we're getting this for $1. We'll tip heavier. So that's why we did what we did. We're like, okay, well, we're making more tips, so we can use those tips to put back in the cost of what we're selling for $1. Well, we overextended it. Ended up being 10 months, I'm not sure of how long, where it got out to the douchebags.
No.
Yeah, it happens. So, we have those people coming in, ordering a million things, and not tipping shit. Well, there was an incident, the quarter incident, was I had a customer. And would order, I don't know, I can't get back that far, but let's say 6 drinks. I'd make those 6 drinks, deliver, and he goes, oh, can I add this? No problem. Go and make that, deliver it. Oh, can I also add this? So you're taking up more time, which is hurting the people that are patient and waiting, that know what they want, can order at one time, have their money ready. So this gentleman did this a good 6 to 8 times, not tipping $1 those 8 times. So I felt
Not to mention all the other people in the bar that were.
exactly.
Oh,
Well,
God.
so I was like, well, maybe if I give this guy some hints, he'll pick up on maybe he's doing something wrong. So I'd look him dead in the face, and there would be people on each side or whatever. I'm like, look him dead in the face and go, "What
Can
do you
I
need?
help you?
What do you need?" But
What
but
do you
making eye
need?
contact and
Oh.
ignoring him, and he still didn't get it. So a good 7-8 rounds go by, and finally he tips me 50 cents.
Hey.
And that was when
Retire on.
I had enough. And I looked at Johnny and I said, sorry, but not sorry. Watch this shit. And I followed him to the back of the bar, and I took the 2 quarters he left me, and I said, you obviously need this more than I do. And I bounced the quarters off his forehead.
I'd fight you.
And then
I would fight you.
I immediately followed it up with, if you say one fucking word, I will drag you out of here by your earlobes. And he didn't say a word. Meanwhile, Johnny was laughing hysterically.
I'm sure he would.
And I can tell another story about, I don't know if it was the same night, but I'm pretty sure it was the same night.
They all blend
Maybe
together.
not. But he was frustrated too. It was like, we're doing this to help you guys out, and
Because everybody likes to get drunk.
yeah, but it was the people that were taking advantage of it. And we're like, we're doing this, like, trust me, we're not fucking making shit.
Anybody.
We're doing this because we're helping you guys out, and we love you guys, and we appreciate you guys, you know, this and that. And Johnny did something crazy and funny too, which was hilarious. Like, didn't care
Was that
about-
when he? I heard this too. I think was that when he just went.
Oh, yeah, when somebody had ordered a good amount of drinks, and Johnny presented change to him, and he counted the change and pocketed. And he had the same kind of situation. I don't know all the facts, but pretty much similar situation, and took all the drinks and spilled them and said, "Fuck you, get out of here."
I have many of similar.
But
stories
like,
about that.
yeah, it sucks that like you don't want to talk about those negative things. Like, I don't know.
No,
But
I
it
love
happens.
it.
It happens.
So this makes me think that you're a stickler on bar etiquette.
I wouldn't say
So for
I
instance,
wouldn't say strickler, but I want good bar etiquette.
so how does this make you feel?
Not a fan. there's that one, there's this one, and there's hey, because like
I wasn't gonna snap because that's
well,
rude.
and I can keep going on how to get my attention, but honestly,
Well, I'm gonna interrupt you. I need another drink.
well, let's do this. So, anyways,
Continue though. I don't want to stop
well,
you.
we're ranting, but here's the thing: any good bartender that's aware of their bar and knows what's going on in the bar, trust me, we see you and know you need a drink before you know. And there's many different ways to look
Unless
for
you're
it.
drinking out of a tiki glass.
There's many ways to look and know. So I don't need you to do those annoying, obnoxious things.
Excuse me.
I know you're there, and I'm gonna get to you.
And
but
furthermore,
here's the thing
I know
is,
the person behind you also needs a drink.
Yeah.
You
But
don't
here's
need
the
to
thing.
tell me that too.
what that person doesn't know is there is already fucking how many people that were up here before you that are patiently waiting, not doing that, and that's why
And
we
most
get
of them
irritated.
have their money out and they're ready
and
to
know
go.
what they want. And I'm not gonna walk up and go surprise me. And I don't know if you remember that, but what did I used to do when you say surprise me?
You crack open a Coors Light.
No, not even
Oh,
that.
that's what I do.
I give them a water because what bigger surprise at a bar than to
I'm
get
so
water?
surprised that I'm drinking water.
Right? But you know, and like I said, like we have fun with it, and you can call it what it is, and like, okay, you're an asshole, whatever, blah blah. But it's like, I'm not gonna do something rude or obnoxious just to fucking do it. It's called.
You earned
for-
it. Someone earned it.
Yeah.
They earned the rudeness.
But here's also the same thing is, I'm not just gonna do it randomly. I'm gonna show you signs to where you should be picking up something, unless you're fucking an idiot, which
Most people are.
kind of are.
Don't hold that to me. Don't
Yeah,
hold it
you're
to
an
me.
idiot. Yeah. So, whatever. It is what it is. But the bottom line is, the reason why I point stuff out like that, and the reason why I bring it up, and the reason why I say it, is because you're taking away from everybody having a good experience and a good time.
I agree.
Because that's what we do. And when you're frustrating the bartender and holding them up, it's hurting the bartender getting a drink out faster, taking care of everybody better, which makes when people have to wait longer, they're getting frustrated. Like, it affects everyone in the bar. And
I agree.
do I really need to explain it that much more? But sometimes you have to, and that's what I did with my prayers.
What do you mean prayers?
Oh, you know about the prayers.
Well, they don't.
I should have cashed in on it.
You should have.
Oh man, I see all the
We'll
stuff.
do it now.
I see all the stuff on YouTube, and it's like, man, I should have fucking done that.
Tell us more about your
well,
singer's prayer.
The prayer started with
Because I will say, before you go off on your little tangent, because I know how Keith likes his tangents. You're so rude on your phone all the time. No, I will say, I had the privilege of being behind the bar for one Boostlinger's prayer.
Uh-huh.
And it was the most surreal experience ever. Because I've never watched a whole room of people just shut up
And listen.
and listen to one man scream at them for how rude they are.
And I did that, and that's how it went. But it was, the bottom line was to prove a point and to educate and show.
Education
I was rude, mean, but how did I always end those? It was
Positivity.
It was bottom line. I'm doing this so you know, because you probably didn't know, and I'm letting you know, so we can all have a better fucking experience, a better time, and that was the bottom line. And it was every week was a different subject. I went a full year without repeating myself, so even with all the videos and stuff on YouTube, like they're not even lighting a candle. Like, they have no idea. That's why I'm like, damn it, I should have done that years ago. But whatever, who cares?
Know what you order when you come to the bar. No, it's not just that.
It's not just that. It's multiple things. But there's a reason behind it all, and that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we're not just saying this because you're pissing us off. We're saying this because
You're pissing us off.
well, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. But at the same time, there's a reason. There's a method behind our madness. The reason why we're upset is because not only are you holding me up,
You're slowing everybody up.
you're holding up the next person getting their cocktail, which is going to ruin their time and their experience, and they're going to look at me thinking I'm the one that's
I remember my first time.
yeah, you know, and it's the bottom line is just to make everybody happy and a better experience, and people just don't realize they're fucking up the rotation. I guess I should say. And yes, I'm sorry, I'm checking my phone.
I'm not even upset with you, dude. You got kids, man.
Yes, I do.
Well, you got a kid,
A kid.
which is the cutest kid I've ever met.
Oh,
in my
he's the
entire
best.
life.
He's my world. I never expected to be a dad. I never thought I'd be a dad. Never thought I'd be a good dad. But I'm trying. And he's my world. He freaking rules. He's insane, awesome.
And it doesn't help that he's just a lady killer. And he's how old is he now?
12.
He's 12. And he's already just like ruling the planet.
He's pretty awesome. He's actually just a really great kid. He's a polite kid.
So he's nothing like his dad.
Thank God. But the teen years are coming, and he does have my blood in him. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm already seeing signs. But bottom line is, I just try to do the best job I can. And, you know, there's always room for improvement.
Who's that one for you?
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say you seem a little sober tonight, Keith.
I'm trying. But, you know,
A wise man once told me, "Don't try."
do. There is no try.
I don't know who said it.
I have no idea either. Some little green guy.
Anyways,
Anyways,
so how does bartending work with being a killer dad like yourself?
it's not easy. I'm a full-time dad during the day, like, and I love it. Like,
I remember I used to work
Be-
at bands. You'd bring them in all the time.
Oh,
with
yeah.
shoes. They just
Yeah.
kick them up.
it's rough and it's not easy, but you know, we all have. It's not rough. It's rough and not easy for all of us. But I love it because I've been a full-time dad since he was born during the days, and I've got to see all his first, got to see everything, and I get to hang out with him. And I work obviously nights, being a bartender. And the rough part is, you know, what time are you going to bed? Even when you get home, you can't sleep because you're wound up from the night, so you're averaging like
I know
a
what
couple
you're
hours
talking
of sleep. And I'm getting up daybreak, take care of my kid, but it's worth every second of it. It's so rad. Like, I get to hang out like with my kid. Like, parents don't, especially nowadays. Parents are like, everybody's busy. Like, we're all working hard as hell, and like I get to hang out with my kid during the day. Like, that's fucking rad.
That's
You know?
you can't get those times back.
Yeah, you can't get those times back, and that's the thing is like he's getting ready to enter his teen years, and we all know how the teen years are. Like, we don't want to hang out with our parents. Our parents aren't cool. Like, so I'm trying to appreciate and enjoy every minute that I have right now. And okay, go ahead and say it. Like I said, you said, well, you know, I don't think he's going to be that way about you because you're a cool dad, blah, blah, whatever. I'm like, no. I don't care how cool of a fucking parent you are. A teenager's going to go, fuck you, I don't want to hang out with you. You know what I mean? So
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I know.
If you were my dad-
no, if that happens, trust me, I'll be stoked. I'd be beyond stoked. But I'm not going to hold my breath at the same time. How is it? Is it horrible? It's funny because I haven't made either one of these
So
cocktails.
good.
It's the first I'm making either one of these cocktails. Just kind of experiment and having fun with it.
You made it up on the spot, so to speak.
Well, I didn't make it up. I just kind of saw a recipe and figured, yeah, I've never made that. Let's see what
You put the
happens.
Keith blend on it. I like it.
I'm not
You
complaining.
dipped balls in it.
Nah. Not yet.
That's what you told me.
That comes later.
So, what's next for Keith?
You know, who knows?
Like
Yes.
ideal situation. I know that
Life is
the
what's
bar is coming.
Life is next. that's the enjoyment. I never thought I would make it this far and live this long. And trust me, it's not a complaint. But who knows? Like, the world is bright to be taken, and who knows?
That is the most PMA statement I've
It's-
ever heard in my entire life. It almost makes me
like
sick.
there's like, trust me, I'm stressed out beyond belief. Where's my next check coming from? Where I gotta I'm a single dad, I gotta take care of my kid, and I'm stressed out. But we have a roof over our head, I got food on the
You're
table.
blessed, man. You're truly blessed.
I just,
If you believe in that kind of thing.
to each his own, you know?
Right.
And I as hard as and when I get down and when I get stressed out, it's hard not to fall into that. It's the focus on the negatives, and I
It's
do.
so easy.
It's so easy, and
to
I
fall
do.
back on that.
But at the same time, I got to take a step back and I'm like, there's a reason things happen. There's a reason things go down the way they are, and things will work out. And just try to have a positive attitude and a positive outlook, and it will work out. Things will hopefully take care.
Dude, I love that.
And even if you struggle, hey, you know what? That's life too. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
God damn. That's why you pour fucking 6 ounces of Sailor Jerry in this, right?
Well, I doubled the batch. But you know, I don't know what's next, and we'll see. There's a lot of things I would love to do, and I'll try to do, but I'm not going to settle.
I love that.
I'm not going to settle for just anything. Unfortunately, you know, with this industry, it takes a lot out of you. It beats you up, and this and that. And I got in a rut to where I wasn't enjoying what I do, and it's something I love to do. And I'm not okay with that. I love doing this, and I don't want to not enjoy what I like doing. So my focus right now is just to take a step at a time and just try to get back to doing what I love, and then we'll work on the next steps afterwards and see what happens.
That is some deep, deep shit.
I don't know if it's deep, it's just me and real. It's what I feel and what I think, you know?
I love that.
Just honesty. No bullshit with a boostlinger. We'll tell you straight up every time.
There's bullshit with mixologists, though.
Right? That's
I'll
why we're called
bullshit you all day long.
mixologists.
All right. So I have to ask, because you're Mr. What's it called? Bar etiquette. Least favorite thing.
That's a tough one. That's
Hey,
a good
I
question.
walk in the door, I look at
wow,
you.
that's a good question. Because there's a lot. And that's
I walk
a good
in
question.
and I go, "Oh my god, this place is empty," because I just opened 20 minutes ago.
Oh, man, there's so many.
Better hope I get a seat. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, wow. That's a great question. There's so many.
The most thing that just hits
Oh.
you in the nuts
Oh.
as soon as they say it.
Tell
Tell me.
There's so many, and it's hard for me to actually choose. But, how do I... Maybe I can put a few into one.
Because I'll tell you right now.
Just be patient and considerate. Because there's more than a few that go into that being considerate and patient. And I'll give you one example out of a good 20 I can think of with saying that. And I'll give you a term with us being in industry. Because I know you've never done it, and I've never done it, and we never will.
Ever.
What if you're in the industry and we go out to have fun and go to a bar, we're very patient because we know the job and we know how it is. So here's my example is, don't ever fucking tell me you're a fucking bartender.
Oh God! I do that all the time when I'm drunk.
No, you don't. I've never heard I get it, I'm a bartender.
It's the worst.
You have never done that.
I do it all the time.
Well, I've never
when
seen
I'm
you do
out
it.
of
I've never seen you do it.
when you're-
and I don't
when
believe
I'm
you. I
not
think
in
you're
front of
full
you,
of
I do
shit.
it all the
I think
time.
you're full of shit.
I do it all
Because
the time.
I think you're lying because you wouldn't do that, and I would. It's like
I'm the worst.
that's the
I'm the
last thing a
worst.
bartender. If you know how I know you're in the industry, you don't need to tell me. Whether you be a bartender, a server, a bar, whatever, like
You'll wait. You'll get it.
we'll know
Yeah, we know.
because you're patient, because
You tip accordingly.
you tip accordingly,
Ah, it all comes back to the tips.
right?
Ensuring proper
Because shit,
service.
like how often do we get free drinks, and what do we tip? The amount of the cocktail.
That brings me to my next
The amount
question.
of the cocktail plus a fat
That
tip.
brings me to my next question. Why the fuck is it so apparent that you have to throw money? Right? Like every bartender, I come into you, you're like, it's on me. And I'm gonna throw $100 at you for one drink.
That's
and you're gonna go, no! And then I'm gonna go, yes! And
Yeah,
you're
and,
gonna go,
and
no!
that's so funny because we do that
We
with each other
fight each
all
other.
the time. We fight each other.
I mean, I don't know if that's how it is for
Well,
everybody.
with us and our friends that we know, like we do that with each other, and
It's
it's
ridiculous.
it is ridiculous, and
Like, I've had to wrestle people behind
Oh, yeah.
the bar because they come back there and they're like, oh no, I'm gonna put it in the chip bucket.
you're,
And I'm like,
you're
I
balling
will
up the
fight
ball,
you.
you're balling up the bills and
Kobe.
trying to
Kobe.
ball. Now Kobe misses. So sorry, just kidding.
That's terrible.
But no,
Actually,
it's-
nowadays they
but-
say
but
Curry, but
I think with us and like the people we know, like the reason why we do that and why we argue with each other is because we want to take care of each other because we carry.
it's
you know,
true love, man.
It's true love. It's like I'm buying this because I want to buy this drink for you and I want to take care of you because I love you and you don't have to worry about it. And we all know, bottom line,
Don't
that's
let me stop you with that
It-
cigarette.
it-
Put it in your
but-
mouth.
but bottom line is also why we're gonna tip even fatter, so we're still gonna make up for. You know what I mean? Like it's about taking care of each other.
But it's
because
like we
if we don't have
make-
each other, who do we have?
We make a certain amount of money, right? So like, I make my money, and then I give you all of that money, and then you make that money, and then you give me all of that
Well,
money.
here's another story.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's a vicious cycle. Like
It's terrible.
I'll tell you a funny story about that.
I like stories.
On my nights off, I would go to a certain bar. This is a long time ago, and I would go see a friend of mine that was bartending, and she would come see me when I was bartending, and we would
like
literally
that story,
like
story.
we would take care of each other, and it's like okay, cool, like it's on me, whatever. Fuck, it's not me. I'm throwing down this. I don't, and we would argue. I don't want that. Fuck you. Blah blah blah. Whatever. It's staying on the bar. Somebody else is going to take it. So if you don't take it, somebody else is going to take it.
That's the
It's-
line.
I'm
That's
not- I'm
always
not-
what gets them.
like,
They go, fine.
And I'll run out the building. You won't be able to catch me. Anyways, every single time we would see each other, we would just keep adding. It went like a full freaking year. We didn't even look at the money. We were just like, we just unknowingly to each other, we just kept adding to the stack every time we saw each other. And they got to the point where like, this is getting ridiculous. What are we looking at right now? Hundreds of dollars. We're like, you know what? Fuck this. Let's go out on a night we're both off and just
spend it.
have a blast. And that's what we did. We went out and had a great fucking meal, bar hopped and drank like a like
You don't have to. You don't have to.
like
say cheers.
yeah. But
That's what James and I did.
nah, we would just keep adding to it, you know, and it's
We just did it for charity instead.
we just did well.
Sorry, it wasn't charity. What are you
But,
sorry for?
but
No,
you know
go
I'm
out and
giving
do your
tips to
thing.
charity. But no, but like it was just you know me.
I
It
like
was just
being
funny.
broke.
That's how we are with each other. It's just we want to take care of each other. We want to. It's what we do, you know. We don't
We're family.
abuse.
We're one huge, giant, countrywide family. Where you sit down and you look at him and you go, "You got that sadness. You must be a bartender."
But the thing too is like
I
it's-
think who was it? Merle Haggard said it best: misery and gin, right? They go so good together.
that's a good.
He said it
reference.
best.
That's a good reference.
He said it
That
best,
is good
right?
reference. That
There's
is awesome.
there's no better place than a honky tonk bar with a bunch of people sitting around being sad as hell,
Right.
drinking gin.
Well, I got a full drink here. You're out. So
Oh shit!
I don't want to be a shitty bartender.
There's no such thing.
No such thing.
As long as you're not paying attention.
Right? Because I noticed you were out. I believe that's a Mai Tai one that you're drinking. So
Oh,
good
it's-
luck with that.
Was it a
It might be a
Mai Tai
little
or
watered.
Mai
It
Tai?
might be a little watered down, so I apologize.
It's delicious.
Okay. You don't have to lie on camera.
And it's in this
It's all good.
awesome tiki mug.
I just brought a few tiki mugs that I love. I've got a collection, and I brought the ones that I haven't used yet. So,
Oh, I just
what's the
depreciated
point?
it.
What's the point of having a tiki mug if you're not going to use it?
I agree.
Care what it's worth.
Oh man, this is awesome.
I'm full of
Good cocktails, good people.
Always a good
times.
time. Can't beat that.
So I have one last question for you.
I'll try to answer.
I need one good bar story. Because every bartender has the one.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like I always say,
Give me one.
if you don't have video or photos, it never happened.
I need one. Tell me a good Vegas story. A good you and Mello, you and someone.
Oh, Mello. Speaking of Mello, my favorite slinger in Vegas.
He's the best one.
Ah.
Hopefully, Mello joins me.
Oh, it'd be amazing to have Mello show up.
He would do his
And
Irish pie.
even if we have to go visit him, I'm down.
That would be an amazing show. But
Mello works. Yeah, come on, it's Mello.
quit avoiding the fucking question, Keith.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I need one.
They're all boring. I can't talk on camera about the good ones.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll give you one of mine. This one time.
In Bandcamp?
Well, it was after
Just in
Bandcamp.
Vegas.
No, actually, it was one of my favorite stories of Johnny's. I was doing my thing. And by thing, I mean
No, nothing about that.
the howdy doody time.
We
You've
don't-
seen it so many
I
times.
don't know what you're talking
You
about.
must hate that.
You're the one who got me up there doing it with you. Nobody does that.
You're welcome.
I don't do that.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thank you.
But one of my favorite ones, this thing. You can't see
Oh,
it.
that's a good
It
one.
was the best
That's
one.
a good one.
It was so good.
I can help you tell that story.
Oh, it was so good.
Man, I was scared. You scared
thought I was gonna die.
You scared the shit out of me that
Thought I was
night.
gonna die.
You scared the living hell out of me that night.
I jumped up on a cocktail bar.
They wouldn't let me leave the bar. I was trying to come check on you, and they wouldn't let me. So, like somebody had to stay behind the bar, and I did.
Oh my god. So I was doing my dance, getting everybody drunk, and then I stood up on a cocktail table, which, by the way, dumbest idea